pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I didn't even think to look at the bank today. We ended at about 1.3 last month, and we're still pretty close to that. I looked last week and we were about 1.3.
So we ain't going up or down, or?
No, we went up just slightly, but not enough to, we have one more bigger tax check to come in. So it'll probably hit April or May, and that'll help a little bit. Kind of, should trend up a little bit from last year.
Someone make a motion to approve the consent agenda and financials.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Adams, any second. Bill, Mr. Tyler, favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5 votes.
New business before we get started. You've got this, and I need board approval to add this to the agenda. It came in late.
Someone make a motion to suspend the rule. Motion by Mr. Patricia Carter, second by Mr. Tyler, favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5 votes. You go ahead with it.
Okay. This, we'll get this out of the way. This is the AR reading rewards. This comes out of BSA categorical funds. We do this every year. And this is a trip to Main Event, which is on Shackleford. I think I've seen it in passing. I don't know exactly what it is, but they do it every year. And they just want to make sure that they can get this done, get this in this year. We could have waited till the next board meeting to do it, but they need to make reservations.
All right. Someone make a motion to approve the main event for 2832-79.
So moved.
By Mr. Adams, any second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Patricia Carter, all favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5 votes.
Next up is principal's report. Ms. Tammy.
Enrollment at the elementary is at 348. And you guys may have remembered approving sometime something called Lexia. That's an online reading program that we do for intervention with our K through 6 kids. And so I just added a little data on that this time. We currently have 264 students using Lexia. 26% of those who came in below grade level have moved up into the at or above grade level category. So we're really proud of that, and I wanted to make sure you knew that because I know in the next couple of months we'll have Lexia coming back up for approval. It's paid for with federal funds, but I just wanted you to have a little data on that. 3rd through 6th grade Atlas interims were completed the first week in March. March 4th, we celebrated the 100th day of school and Read Across America Day. March 5th, teachers met with the Bailey Group during PLCs and received training on how to align their instructional strategies with the Atlas Blueprint Framework and Science. This is part of the Communities in Practice grant that the district received, and we split that money with the high school. So they use their half for PD days, and that's what we use our half for also. March 11th, the teachers again met with the Bailey Group during PLCs. This time they received training on grade level supports for writing. March 11th through the 14th, we had ELPA state testing, and that was completed. March 14th, we had our AR reward party for the third 9 weeks. March 18th, East students, that's today, East students left for conference in Hot Springs, and they will be gone all week. So we want to wish good luck to our East students at the elementary school with their programs that they're presenting. The Ronald McDonald Care Mobile Dental Bus is currently in our district. March 21st, we will have our awards assembly, and then March 25th or the 28th, we will have spring break.
Any questions, Ms. Tammy?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
When there's a new hire at the school, do you or somebody at the elementary show them around and show them where everything is and welcome them?
Yes, ma'am, we do. And we have, usually when they're going through the interview process, depending on the position, or if like it's in and kids are in school, or if it's summer, we try to show them around our building a little bit then also, just kind of hit the highlights.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, Ms. Tatum.
Thank you.
Ms. Brittany?
Current enrollment at the high school is 268. February 26th through March 1st, the England Lions basketball team competed in the 2A6 regional tournament in Barton. They earned the regional championship on Saturday, March 1st. February 26th, all juniors took the ACT test on campus. March 4th through 8th, the 2A state tournament was held at Cedar Ridge, and the Lions basketball team competed and fell short in the quarterfinals, ending their season. March 6th, several seniors received CPR certification instructed by Ms. Shay Martin from Wilbur D. Mills. The remaining seniors will receive CPR awareness on April 17th, which is required to graduate. We ended the third quarter on March 7th and began the fourth quarter on March 11th. March 11th, Dr. Kelly from the Bailey Group worked with English learner support with some of our teachers. March 12th, the student council hosted a blood drive in the Blood Mobile. March 13th, Savas provided job-embedded curriculum support to our 9th through 12th literacy teachers on My Perspectives and ILIT. Support was also provided for our ELL interventionist on ILIT ELL. March 14th was Read Across America Day for EHS, and we celebrated by wearing pajamas and reading throughout the day. Students were also able to go to the library and take their AR test to try to meet their goal for the AR field trip. March 17th was our second makeup day due to inclement weather. We had Miss Sandra Hurst from the Bailey Group working with all of our teachers on enhancing their teaching skills with depth of knowledge. And Miss Lisa Grooms from Wilbur D. Mills also came and visited with our staff that day. Yesterday, our high school East students left for the East Conference in Hot Springs. Tomorrow, the 19th, the exhibit hall is open from 10:30 to 4:30 for anyone interested in attending. I think y'all got the invitation last board meeting. The students will return on Thursday afternoon. Today is the first track meet for junior high. They traveled to Sheridan. Baseball and softball are also in full swing, doing great. They both played at Palestine Wheatley on March 17th, and softball is playing at Abundant Life today. Upcoming events, March 20th, track at Sheridan, baseball at home, softball at Jacksonville. March 21st, baseball and softball at Desart. March 25th through 28th is spring break. And then our enrollment trends for the past 3 years are also attached for y'all.
Any questions for Ms. Brittany?
Yes. So I want to ask you the same question. Every new hire,
Yes.
are they welcomed, and are they, do anyone, you or someone, show them around the school?
Yes.
And that's every new hire?
To the best of my ability, yes.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Next is the Hickey Building AC and heat repair quotes. We got 3 of those. We're trying to get this ready so we can have it ready for Roanoke County Sheriff's Department. We've got to get the AC work done.
So are they planning on,
Yes, we are right now. Right now, our the lawyers are going over the MOUs between the school and the Roanoke County. Yes. There's 3 quotes in here. We're looking, they're kind of hard to read because option 2 is, the price for option 2 is right above where it says option 3. Option 1, I looked at that and compared it. They're talking about installing new evaporator coils and condensers on these systems, on systems 1 and 3. I sent some pictures. It looks like it needs it. It's a little bit more than option 1. It's not quite as much as option 2, but I think the fix on this will be better there. I think we'll have less residual problems. Lone Oak Service Company just gave us an all-in quote. They gave us actually 2 all-in quotes.
That building 7,000 square feet?
I think that sounds about right.
Over them together are 15, so I was thinking that's about right.
Middleton Heat and Air still had an all-in quote as well, and they're very similar. But the thing is what Middleton and Lone Oak Service Company want to do. They want to replace a lot of the units instead of just repair the units, and that's where the price discrepancy comes in. We can get it repaired for about half the money.
But how old is the units?
That I can't answer. Mr. Woods, you know how old those units are?
Sure do.
How old are they?
They over 20 years old. If you allow me to speak, I'll talk about it.
Go ahead.
I know a whole lot about that system over there, cause I've been here just as long as the system been here, and I will say. If you don't mind, I'll throw y'all what, let me give you some history on it, that way that'll help everybody on it. Everybody just look at these pictures here, pass them down. From north to south, this is unit 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's where we are laying it out for. And what's been happening,
This is over at the old hippie building?
yeah, what we call old hippie building,
Across the
old dollar
street.
store across the street. Those units was old when we purchased that building over there, and we always did have problems and stuff out of it. My job was to keep them restaurants running. Now with the heat, right now, the heat is working fine on them. All the heat is fine on them. But that's for right now. You know, we're coming into, we don't need heat right now, but the thing about it, the heat changes probably the next thing to go out. And we can just bite the bullet and swallow the shell now, or we can go ahead and fix them. This right here, I'm talk about this first. This is a picture that I did about when we took over that building. Right in there, that pan was leaking right up under the evacuation cord for the air conditioning. Well, I found this old pan in somewhere. I can't remember where the heck I found it at. But anyway, I bored a hole in it, cover all that up, and tap it into the drain pipe. That lasts from the time I did it, about 5 years ago, up to now. Well, now the evacuation cord is just brought it all out. So that unit there got to be replaced. That's called unit number 2, which would be them right there. So I talked to all the air conditioning, man. These other guys, they don't want to do no repair and fix. They just want to just clamp it down and put new units in. They don't want to talk about it, even try to do all the work, try to fix it. But if you ask my suggestion, if we were going to fix them, change the evacuate cord on them, and then what that is, the unit's still working now, the heat is fine. Change the vibration cord on them and the condenser on the outside. You can look at the picture, them condensers is more, they're in bad shape. Number 4 down there, what we call number 4, it should be somewhere around about maybe 10 years old. So it's doing good, it's running, but the only problem is the fan motor's going out on it, and then it's the capacitor. We hook the gauge up to it, the pressure come on, pipe get cold, but then it's kick itself off because the fan is not working. We can replace that one right there. And I'm thinking after we replace the unit, I'm thinking everything else will be fine because it's holding pressure, still got freon in it, but you can't get a complete reading on the monitor because the fan motor's not running. It gets too hot because it got to cool it off first. So I think number 4 is still gonna be okay. Number 2, we got to get rid of number 2. If we keep it, change the evaporation cord on the inside and condenser cord on the outside. Change those 2 out, keep the same line, you save money on the line. They make some stuff now that you can flush them out, flush the lines out and use the existing line. Cause those 2 units there is still using R22. And everybody know R22 is going out of phase. And if you did get it down, heck, it's cost too much money right now.
Yeah.
But the main thing is, availability for it is history, just about history. So what they would do, they'll change that line, keep the line, but flush it out real good, use the same line that run into the building, and change out the evacuation cord. That's on the inside that make the air
Now,
cold.
which one of these units runs the offices? You know, y'all build offices in them, right?
Yeah, well, the office is coming off all of them, because we didn't put no top on it. I
Okay.
just did outside. And the reason why I didn't cover it up, because we have to run ductwork from there to the offices. So with them little offices, I don't know if the people that gonna get it now gonna wanna keep that or not. But that's during the time when I built that office, when we were taking over that building over there.
So how much is it if we replace them all? 38?
It's about 40, roughly, 30,
Yeah.
39.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to look at these options yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If we gonna keep it, I say go with McGee and let them repair them. And they're close to, I think around like $10,000.
Yeah, I think there's like a 15 something.
Just the one?
15,000.
110, 115, 117.
Okay, I can tell you all about them. This right here, that's $634. It's for to replace that number 4 fan motor. It's a capacitor, those transformers that go in that start the compressor and all that good stuff. Like I said, that baby still work. It's old, it still work. But everything else with the heat is fine. It's just the air where we have a problem right now. Not to say that next year, something else may go out on it. But right now, the baby's kicking all
$600
heat.
and something dollars a cheap fix, we
Well-
not putting a lot into
Well,
it.
is it keep, well, no, it's a cheap fix, but you complaining, you changing the fan motor out, which fan motor just go out on all air, even one at your house. The capacitor, that's usually go out. That unit there is still good, it's still holding the freon. I said leave it sitting where it's at and fix it.
Agree with you, that's what I was saying, that we're putting up more. It's not like we're putting a lot of money in it and something else big may go out later.
Right. Well, let me tell you something about that. Say if the heater go out on it, the heating change and stuff like that, we already got that fixed. We already got the freon, all that's still in there. We got a whole new evaporator core for the air conditioner. Change out the air handler. And you're gonna save money because the air handler ain't gonna be much of the whole thing, complete thing. You just change out the deal that push out the air through the cores. And the heater changer. We got a bid on that to change about both of them for I think about 15,000 something.
15,262.
And what that would do, that would change out both units for 15,000. That means the air handler, the hose work, you get I think 15 years on the heater changer.
That's units 1 and 3, correct?
Yes. Yes. And you're gonna do both of them for that price there. Now, if we also talk about taking them out the ceiling and putting them down on the wall. And what I would do is build a cabinet around them, just like you got in your office right here. And let it come out with just the ductwork from the vent. Or you can attach on to the existing ductwork. We thought about that, and my thing on that, if we were keeping the building for our kids, hippies, something like that, I would say go that way. Because you got the unit down where you can check it, blah, 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 and all the good stuff. But the downside is of it that we have to run power all the way around to it. And we have to run gas all the way around to it. When we already got the gas and power up in the ceiling right now. So I would say put a little X on that for right now. And that's where the 17,000 come in from. Dropping them down and put them in a little closet. Of course, then we have to pay somebody to hook up the gas. You know, I could do the electrical work, but, the main thing is just, if you're gonna do it right, get somebody to know about gas, run the pipes to it and do it that way.
This is just the units themselves, not their work, not the labor, not
Not the
anything.
work, well, that's
The labor on the,
on the unit, but not on
Installation.
getting the, power to it and electricity to it. And of course, building the cabinet, they're gonna come in, my department. So, I mean, won't be no charge labor on that, just material. But if you ask me, if you wanna just get it running, going, let's go with option 1. Fix that number 4 with the $600 something dollars, and then having to fix the one that we got going on, the other two in
Now, where's that? The other two, which one? The number one is option number one is $600, right?
Mhm.
The other two, what's that?
What option 1 is to fix number 4.
Yeah, the fan on number 4, right?
We got to get that done regardless.
Regardless.
So, I mean, they're gonna be added on regardless.
So
option
you're,
number 1 is 10,000.
That's for we change out the core and the condenser unit on the outside. Use the existing line, because they're gonna flush the lines out. They save a lot of money on the line. And they also is going to they're gonna fix that sag. I got another picture, you probably got it in your file, of the sag where the water go to run out. Some kind of way to do with something to do with daylight. That pipe in there got a long run. It's eventually gonna sag. That was holding that water up and making it, go everywhere else and
You
leak
can
out.
band it to
the
the ceiling, to the trusses, or?
It just runs straight out, to the outside. Of course, it just got the tile.
They build up mold and stuff in them, if they get cold air, water coming out of there.
yeah.
See how, and that's just a slight picture of it.
Yeah.
That's just a slight picture. Now, I suggest this to him, and he thought it was a good idea, to put a Serene pump inside the pan. And what that Serene pump would do, when it's filled up so much of the water, it will click a switch. We used to have a whole lot of them on the old elementary over there. And what it do, it would pump the water out.
Bilge pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many tons, this looks like about 8 tons worth of air conditioners on there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, each one of those unit is a 5-ton unit.
Each one of them 5 tons?
Uh-huh.
5 tons, it's like 2.5, one looks like 1.5, and
Well, these here all running right 3.5, 4.5, 5.
that's what I'm saying, I mean, but that looks like about a 3 ton,
And
2, 1.5, and 2.
well,
In my deal, and like I said, my view is I think we need to table this till we figure out what we want to do. I mean, instead of voting on repairing one and figuring out, if we're gonna build a cabinet and maybe try to tie it in the old system and set it up different, why are we not going with a bigger unit and be done with having 4 units sitting out there? I'd rather have 2 units than, I mean, if we're just doing office stuff, they put 4 units because they were doing the zones the way they were doing it. There's no way.
whatever the dollar store and
Yeah.
place like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you had a back area where they had, I guess, storage in the little storage area, so,
No,
I mean,
where they got the building, they all just running right through the vents, through the whole building.
but they had to have it zoned somehow, because that's the only way you can do the thermostat, because one's gonna be fighting against the other one.
Well, 1 and 2, it's just like it's labor. Zone 1, take care of this, so much footage. Zone 2, did the same thing, 3 and 4. Now, what you talking about, Jim, is a good idea. But I was on the impression that we were trying to save money, so that's what I
Well,
was,
I know,
I was
yeah,
going
but-
on. I mean,
I
yeah,
still think we need to look at this a little bit more than what we're doing right now, instead of just voting on how we're gonna do this. I'd like to go and look at it and see what we kind of, how it's laid out.
And us being the owners of the building, are they gonna wanna change it up for offices to have direct HVAC lines ran to it? Or are we gonna have to fork that bill out to?
No, it's just as long as the whole area is cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
But-
no top to that office area.
Okay.
So, you know, that's the thing, that's why we shut it down. It was costing so much to heat and cool, because you had to heat and cool the whole building just to heat and cool that office area. So,
And really, we're not comparing apples to apples, it's apples and oranges. One decides they want to do this and this, others want to do this and this. If we come up and say, this is what we really want done, then they can give us a bid on how they want, you know, you follow me?
And if we can do two units instead of pulling them full.
Right.
We'll just break it down and just,
'Cause I mean, if they're 20-something years old, I mean, we're going to cross that bridge.
eventually, yeah. Whatever I'm saying, if you get, say you repaired, you got your, most of your stuff that you really need, most of the things that go out, they already been replaced. All thing you gotta do then is change the air out. And that's the deal that's set up in 29,
If it's
blow
got
it out.
20-something years, it's corroded, it hasn't been maintained, it's just, they're gonna wait till it rot out. I mean, it's just,
And I like the idea of getting everything on the ground and not having the floor with the drum pipe and all that.
Or you get it on the floor, then you get.
but you can run from the top of that unit inside and run it and tie it into the
Yep.
vent system.
One of the proposals, I think the 17, he said you could do that.
Some more
And that'd
motion
be
table
good.
until we look at this further, or
I think that's a good idea.
need a motion?
It's not an emergency
Huh?
right now.
Who?
It's not an emergency right
No, we
now
got
for
a-
anyone else to
Yeah,
move
yeah.
in.
We just wanna go, just get a good idea, look at it, see what's the best way we need to proceed.
I'll tell you what, when y'all get ready,
All that, that's what I'm
I'll
saying.
take you over there and then
Mr. Jordan, or whoever go over, we get time, I'll meet y'all over somebody.
we can do it today.
I got mine today, man.
All right.
Motion by Mr. Adams on the table, it's been second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Tyler, favor say aye. Opposed, opposed.
Okay, next one is estimates for repairing the furnace out in the,
Yours did
Yours
the make building.
okay, yes, the maintenance building AC and heat repair.
Okay.
Can I talk on that one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Which?
That's over there, in my office over there, and it's been out for about 2 years, 2.5 years now. And I froze about 2 years over there. So the deal is, everything else still working on it, it's just, the heater's changing. It got a crack in it. We were wondering why during the summertime, we do all right, cause we can pull in air. But then in the wintertime, when we turned the heat on, we didn't realize it for a long time that with that gas coming out through the heat, we were catching headaches, nausea, makes you sleepy. So we really was just like killing ourselves. We didn't even know it.
Carbon dioxide.
So after had the test out, that was exactly what was going on. So I shut it down, completely down. And what we did was, when we started having problems out of the band room over here, it's the same kind of impulse unit that the band got, one of them old units, but we know they replaced these when we did the replacement. And I mentioned saying something about that then to the superintendent about it, and he said, well, they didn't want to, they were pretty good units, we're gonna leave them alone. So that's what they did, now we're having a problem out of it. So when the band man started having a problem out of his blower motor went out on one of them. He got a double unit over there that come on at the same time. So I took that fan motor out and replaced that one. Got him going, he's still going now. When this computer deal went out that run the whole board, it's the motherboard. That thing was like $1,300 or $1,400, something like that. It was the same kind that I have over here on mine. So since my heater changers is all screwed up, I told Milton that what I'm gonna do is take that one off and replace that one over there. So we took the guts out of it and put it in there, and he's still going right now. So, I mean, we saved money off of it, but the thing about it, I've been fixing everybody else's stuff, and when I got ready to fix my stuff, it seemed like we had to wait. So I told Mr. Price that I wasn't gonna worry about it no more. So you can fix it if you want to, if you don't, we don't have to worry about it. I'll
Is that this one?
figure out something, but
Yours
even
is
got
just an office, it's an office space, correct?
yeah, his office space is to do Brian. When he was having a problem out of his, then he froze along with the rest of it. And after he got his going, then he said in his office, he's just warm, he feels nice. He feels sorry for us
That
sometimes.
office of mine has a mini split unit
Yeah,
Oh,
that it will keep it halfway cool, but during the summertime,
don't do anything. But he feels sorry for us sometimes and Brad.
I don't let them in my office.
Mr. Woods, do you have storage over there too, though, don't you? Don't you keep all of your supplies over there?
Yes, ma'am.
How much
Yes,
is
ma'am.
it? I don't know
So
what
we
did.
really,
We got two, or three, there's
Uh,
two different options. The first option is 298035, that's a retrofit instead of a new furnace. A new furnace,
Yeah, but you gotta have a motherboard and all that.
yeah, because of the heating changer is screwed up on it, so you don't wanna, that unit gotta be placed, they gotta be yanked out. There can't be no fixing on that.
You don't even have a quote on
so
that.
these quotes do not include that.
What quotes is that you looking
These
at?
quotes from McGee,
Yeah, McGee got one just up with the maintenance building, it just said maintenance building on it. I didn't bring that with me, so I wouldn't want to really discuss, but he was the cheapest one. And what he was gonna do, he was gonna change that out and, put a, unit in it called, I think it's, what you call it, the unit? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's, Johnson unit, no, it's, Goodman. And it's just air handle with the heating things on it. Everything else, to my knowledge, is still okay, the air conditioning part. Compressor on the outside, it was still going, cause only way I got air through it was I had to, change the wiring where I can make the compressor come on and then, change the wiring on my blower motor to make it go on. So now that I have put the blower motor in, Mr. Beckman, I can't do that no more. Now it's just, when summertime comes, then it's just gonna be summertime over there too.
So this option number one really isn't gonna work, because it doesn't, it's just got the removal old furnace, installation new equipment, and it utilizing existing ductwork, wiring, gas piping, and vent piping, doesn't have anything about all those stuff.
Do this at maintenance building?
Uh,
I don't know which one of y'all looking at, cause I didn't bring mine.
yeah, this is the maintenance building, this is the
Okay.
one we
So
kept.
So that one,
Yes.
this option is pretty much obsolete, essentially.
How much is it?
$2,980, that's option number one, that's not gonna work, because it's not all the pieces you need, right?
He's still got an option two on his too, though.
Yeah, option two is what I was looking at here.
I got to really look at this, but I know that to change it, it was a whole lot cheaper than all the other guys that I talked to. They came down and looked at it.
Can you just unhook lines where he gonna have cool air?
That's, yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, I thought about that.
It don't get cool in that shop.
I was just thinking about buying some monogram car marks or something in the wintertime. Is that what
Or
Joe?
that and get a big shop fan.
Yeah.
For the summer?
Yeah.
Keep them cool. We'll do it in special report to cool one, you always got the water trickling down on it.
What's the cheapest one?
This evaporation and the cooling coil, this on, that's not on my unit, but we don't need that. The one that we need is, this here for the inside remove maintenance office ductwork. It's just $2,023,000
To do what?
to fix my unit over there.
The first one, so it is the first option,
Uh-huh.
$2,980?
Right. Because see, the second option is, I guess he cooked that with evaporation coil, cooling coil, refrigerator on the outside condenser unit. My condenser unit is still good that I knows of. So is that still good and all pumping all right? Then,
But does he know they're gonna replace the boiler fan in the motherboard?
I think he's gonna
No,
replace
it's gonna the whole
the entire
unit.
inside.
yeah, the
Okay.
whole
We're
unit.
doing it for $29.80.
Yeah, cause he's not messing with the
Yeah, that's
condenser
the price.
outside.
Yeah, no, I was telling Mr. Price that that's the cheapest one that I got. He came down and looked at it. It ain't the top of the line unit. You know, and they got all the, like Miss Tammy got on her school with all the fresh air coming in and getting all the what you call out the air, moisture out the air and stuff like that. It's just a unit, since I ain't got no kids over, it's just a unit that's gonna work for me. It's gonna work for the building.
So you making a motion to approve this 29,8035? Motion by Ms. Tucker, on his second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pritchard, all in favor say aye.
He pulling your heartstrings enough?
You're welcome.
5-0.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
She might go sleep on right while he's live. You wanna meditate.
Okay, the next, camera bids, we got a $61,550 and change safety grant. We're looking at replacing the old cameras in the high school. Erica
Classrooms and
can
hallways.
probably explain more of these cameras, because I just know that they're old, and if you blow them up to try to enhance the view, they pixelate pretty bad. How old are they?
13 years old.
Yeah, 13 years old. So we're looking at the bids. We got bids from three or four.
We got 4 on
We got 4 different bids.
Are they all tip taps or?
Yeah, these companies are like KLC, and they priced us out 51 cameras and 19 replacement door modules that would tie all into the same system that we've got for $61,340 all in.
How much of the money we got in the grant?
$61,500. Now the other ones,
Did you tell them how much money you had?
no, they're the only ones that seem to even come close, because if you turn over Progressive Tech, their bid to do the same thing was $85,225. Carano, they don't do the doors, but just the cameras were $56,000. And then this IK Network Solution, the cameras were $71,000, the doors were $27,000, comes up to $99,399. So,
Now, they gonna use a lot of addition, I don't like wires hanging all over.
you can explain this, you showed them what we were talking about.
Yes, we won't have any wires hanging out. We're going to use mostly existing wires in the high school classrooms, unless we have to move a camera, but it'll all be in the ceilings, because all the ceilings are closed at the high school. And then there's going to be 7 new cameras at the elementary school, and we use black cameras on the outside. All of them are black from the beginning, so that matches the trim of that building.
So,
And
but they're not gonna run exterior exposed wires?
no exposed wires.
Why are they putting some on elementary? We didn't have enough when we built it.
There's a lot of blind spots.
And these classroom cameras have a much wider angle view, just because they're 13 years newer. So now there's not a lot of space underneath that you miss.
So there's sight and sound cameras like what's in there now?
Yes, sir.
So this is the $40,000 one, whatever you're saying.
61,340.
61,340.
Now, is our principal still here? Are you guys okay with those? Like, I know we sat in your guys' office and saw them. I mean,
The
did you
one-
guys get to see them?
This is the one that they came and did the demo, right?
Mhm.
Okay, they put a demo up for me in one of our classrooms, and I could see everything in the classroom. Right now, that same classroom where the camera is located, I can't see but like 3/4 of the classroom.
Ms. Campbell?
Yeah, our classroom cameras are wonderful, but we have some holes, especially outside on the playground area where, things happen and we really need to see what's going on. And so we just didn't realize when we built the building, we would need cameras there. So our cameras are gonna be a little bit different, like ours aren't gonna be the same as like the high school's getting, where you zoom in and have the audio to it also. So I'm pleased with it, we just are getting a few basic cameras.
And then we're putting in 5 cameras out at the football stadium, because we have a lot of blind spots out there. We don't have hardly any coverage, and so there won't be any blind spots out there. And then we're going to put one inside the concession stand as well. We don't
And there
have
will
anything
not
there.
be exposed wiring.
No exposed wiring.
Ad Video, are you familiar with that brand?
Yes, sir. That's all we have throughout our school right now. Actually, KLC was our original camera vendor. They actually installed all these cameras 13 years ago, and then we switched a few years later and had changed, and Progressive is our current camera vendor. KLC is a little smaller company, and they are focusing more on the education side of things, and I think that's why their price
So
is a
you
little bit
got-
cheaper.
Got a track record with them
Yes, sir.
from before, and they did okay, and the cameras were okay.
Yes, sir. And I've spoke to other schools as well, spoke to some other tech coordinators that are using them to make sure that they're still handling business as they should.
Make that
Motion,
motion.
Mr. Ty,
For who? For KLC,
61,344.
61,348.84.
Motion, Mr. Ty, need a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Adams, all in favor say aye. Opposed? 5-0.
Next is, I've got two quotes for a transmission, 4L80E transmission, torque converter, and of course the gasket fluid, things like that that need to be installed in one of our short buses. I've got one from Heartland for $5,265. I've got one for Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer for $7,037.45.
Heartland hadn't seen it, so they don't know exactly about some of the seals and other stuff, so.
That's your quote.
Right. Is that the Fly Express? Is that what that is? Or the brand name?
Looks like they're called the flywheel, transmission and fluid. Is that right, Brian?
Sir?
Heartland is the flywheel and transmission, swap the transmissions out, the fluid and the labor.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't include the anything.
Anything that they're not seeing.
Okay, so the torque converter,
The torque converter comes with the transmission. The flywheel does not.
Okay.
The Central Arkansas is who I finally found somebody that I can use on all my buses, big or small. They've done us right as far as if I take a bus up there within 2 days, I'm usually getting it back. It's not a problem with it sitting there. So that's where it's sitting at the moment.
Which one is it, sorry? Central Arkansas?
Yes, Central Arkansas Truck Trailer, it's right up the road. Their labor rates compared to everybody else I've taken to up until this point, it's reasonable. And like I said, they get it in, get it out, and I don't have no issues. If I've got a problem with a code on the bus, I usually can run it up there. A lot of times they don't charge me for it. They read it, reset it, because we don't have computers to do that. So,
Well, as far as just the transmission itself, that Central Arkansas is cheaper than.
Yeah.
that rear main seal is not included in this Heartland either.
no, sir.
Okay.
Someone make a motion there.
Yeah.
Which one?
I would say if they're doing the rear main seal too, because it's already out, might as well.
You going with who?
The Central Arkansas, that's what I would think. They're gonna go ahead and replace the rear main
Motion
seal.
from Mr. Ty for Central Arkansas for $7,037.25. Second. Second by Mr. Adams, all in favor say aye. Opposed, 5-0. Take it easy on stuff, Brian.
Sorry.
Start checking transmission fluid.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next is a new contract from Republic Services. Our old contract had us with 6 of these dumpsters. We went down to 5, renegotiated the contract. The old contract cost us $1,287 a month. The new contract cost us $635 a month.
It's a plus.
Yeah, we went from paying $15,444 to $7,631 a year, so that's gonna save
A
us.
different company altogether?
No, it's not a different company.
So one dumpster is that much different?
No, they just wouldn't. It's my negotiating skill.
Oh,
really?
No, that, actually,
That last dumpster's high.
what they told me is that when the original contract was created, it was created through the office instead of through a field partner, field manager. so she could cut a better deal.
I'm thinking about dropping one more, now they may owe us money.
If we figure what we've been paying.
Yeah. That's why I want to get it signed before they change their mind. And this is the contract I would like to go with, and I'm,
Brian Street's mission right there.
there you go.
There it is.
Someone make a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Trish Carter Lewis, need a second? Second by Ms. Tucker, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, 5-0.
The food service vendor RFPs. We had to send out a request for proposals for food service management company. We lost a cafeteria worker in the high school. OPA had to replace them through contract, and they sent their representatives down, and they told me that they would continue to pay for this worker until the end of the year, but if we continued into the next year doing that they would pull out of the contract, and we would have to send our RFPs out anyway. So we did. We had to get them out by, it was last
Monday or Tuesday.
Monday. Yes,
How
last
long does
Monday.
their contract go for?
You can, I forget how many years.
It's a 5-year contract, but you can pull out of it
You
at
can pull
any
out
time.
of
They have the option also?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we may end up taking it back over ourselves eventually, maybe?
Well, with these RFPs, we're rebidding it, and we had actually one guy come down and talk to us and visit with us, and so we're gonna see who bids it, and we'll talk
Because
to
I think the
them.
governor's already, I don't know if she's already signed the deal about the free breakfast for everybody, right? So
Right.
they
It
cuts
did
us,
pass.
huh?
It passed.
That's what I'm saying, so it cuts us out from having to pay that part of it.
Right, right. So
What is RFP? What is it?
it's a request for proposal. Basically, we're asking for bids, and they send in the bids, and we take a look at them and see which one fits our needs the best. And we'll just see what we come up with.
Whichever the OPA's real deal was, when they first signed in, we paid for the staff, but as they became vacant, then they hired them and they paid for them, but evidently they were, never mind, I'll say that, on the record.
But anyway, OPA's free to bid it again, everybody's free to bid it again. All the food service management companies, they can bid it, and we'll take a look at it
We
and
don't
see
have to
what.
vote on this, do we?
No, this is just something that I'm making the board aware of. Okay, next is district calendar. This district calendar went through PBC, and this is what they sent to me. I took the days. It's right.
This is our first day. Do we add stuff in for snow days, things like that, just
They're
in
built
case?
in.
Yeah.
They're built in? Because I know we got some like makeup days for
Well, what
Mondays.
helps us a lot too is we're on a 4-day school week, so we had to go Monday,
Which is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
To make up.
to
Yeah.
make up the day. So I mean, it's easier for us to do it than it is to extend the school year. You can just,
Go on day on Monday.
go on Monday and that way they still get their same summer length of vacation. So it's really kind of user-friendly all the way around.
There has been a push in the legislature to get rid of the 4 days.
I know, I heard that too, but I hadn't seen any.
I don't think it would happen this year. I think it would cause too much problems. Too many calendars have already been approved.
I didn't see anything being filed in the legislature that would say, but you never know. They still got a few more weeks or so before they go and file a bill.
But anyway,
So which calendar are they recommending?
this is the only one that they sent us.
Yeah.
That's
This
it.
is it.
You should give us 2 options.
I don't think they did last year.
Okay, you did.
Makeup days.
Spring break's already built in statewide, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Three days is
22nd to the
it. 2 weeks, yeah.
yeah, come back on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And back on Thursday instead of 10. It'll be 10 days off.
I mean, once again, it's a plus side. If you're not hiring somebody here, bringing people here. I'm good with it.
Any motion, is that a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Tiny, second. Second by Mr. Adams, all in favor say aye. Opposed, 5-0.
Next is, I would like to increase pre-K tuition. Currently, our regular rate is $80 a week. For faculty and staff, it's $60, and reduced, it's $40. I would like to raise the regular from $80 to $100, the faculty staff from $60 to $75, and the reduced from $40 to $50. Apparently, there has been no increases since 2013.
Now, did you get a chance to talk to Mr. Green about the programs they offer there?
No, I have not.
Okay. Because I'm interested, we don't have anything in town really daycare wise.
That is a problem.
What about offering a pre-K 3 to bring in more revenue? And is it worth it at the end of the day?
We do have a daycare now.
Well, we have a few. You know what I'm saying, like we have a couple options, few options. You know what I mean? But for the school, bringing in a pre-K 3, would that bring us money in too as well to help with some of our money problems?
Well, I'll discuss it. I'll see DJ Green tomorrow, but
Yeah.
either way, we probably need to raise this rate.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree.
We're down to one classroom right now anyway, right?
Right now, yes.
And we have a vacant classroom open, right? There's 2 pre-K classrooms, correct?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
But you're only utilizing one now,
right.
so it's doable.
I'm just thinking money wise to bring in more. You know.
Now, is all pre-K, is there any way to qualify for any reduction in it or any way? I mean, is it all paid?
Yeah, that's the reduced.
All right.
There's so many free spots, so many reduced, so many paid, and then faculty.
Okay. All right, Paul, someone make a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Adams for 80 to 100, 60 to 75, and 40 to 50. Need a second?
You said from 80 to 100.
80 to 100, that's the regular rate.
Mhm.
Faculty and staff goes from 60 to 75, and the reduced goes from 40 to 50.
So it's 2015-10. So every step you go down, it's less, so it'll increase.
Now, is this to a certain program? I guess I don't know enough about what our pre-K stuff. That's why I was asking the
It's
question.
just district run, it's not a.
We're
is it-
not state, we're
We're not
not
a
funded.
state.
We're not
We've
funded?
tried to get
No, this is
ABC
district
funding,
based.
and we've been told that there are only so many spots open within the state, and pretty much you don't get a spot unless you apply for it after someone else gives up a spot. And we were told that the bigger areas like Cabot usually get those spots. So we have tried in the past to get ABC funding and not been able to get it.
Is there any type of program, like it's a curriculum type based or anything like that we use with our pre-K or pre-K programs or anything?
They do have a curriculum that they use, and I'm so sorry I can't remember the name of it, but Melinda does use a curriculum with them.
Because I was reading on that when we talked about there's stuff that they can, certain families can go in and, they can get pretty much a check to come, essentially,
A voucher.
Vouchers,
We have
voucher.
used vouchers in the past. That's up to the parent to apply for the voucher, I believe, and then comes into us, and I think there's certain requirements for that. I don't think we have any current voucher kids this year that are getting vouchers though, but we have had kids to get them in the past.
Do we have any projections on cost versus income for what we're doing?
Well, right now, how many, I think we've got 15.
We have 15 students, and if I remember correctly, I didn't know this was a topic, or I would have brought the information, I'm so sorry. I think maybe 5 of those are paying, maybe 2 reduced, and the rest are all free.
And those are vouchers from the state itself.
No, none of the,
No,
the free is
it's
at
just free.
district cost.
So is there something we can
currently
look
get
at
no
to,
vouchers.
I guess, all part of those programs, there's something that we should be looking at, maybe that's going to better us, that's gonna set us apart from somebody just going to a regular daycare in town? That's the stuff I'm looking at. Is there a way that it makes it more beneficial for someone to bring their pre-K student here versus, you know, Miss whoever down the road, you know what I mean?
We have a licensed teacher. That's the biggest sale that's teaching our pre-K. She's a licensed teacher.
And a curriculum.
Yes, sir.
And is it a curriculum that's what I'm understanding, is curriculum we made, right?
No, sir. I can text her really quick and get the name of it if she answers.
It's a curriculum we pay for.
Okay.
So you only have 4 people paying?
Is 4 people paying $80?
Yeah.
But do these people know that there's a chance it's fixing to go up to 100?
They
No,
wanna
that's-
take them till next
That's why we
year.
want to get it out early to them.
For next year.
It's for
Next year.
next
This
year.
is
Their kid wouldn't be in there next year
Yes, this is for
anyway.
next year, yeah.
Their kid wouldn't be in there next year anyway.
Right, going on the kindergarten, correct?
Actually, we got a motion on the table by Mr. Adams.
Yeah.
So we gotta handle this motion. So anybody want a second?
I don't.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
You're not gonna find pre-K cheaper.
Right.
I mean, honestly, you're not, especially with the licensed teacher doing it. A lot of your pre-Ks are just, they have a curriculum, but they're not licensed teachers.
Okay. I'll make a motion to, I'll second it.
second by Mr. Ty.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
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 But I do wanna look at us.
Nay.
doing-
Nay.
What do you say, Miss Linda? It's either yes or no. We're just trying to get the record right.
Well, that's $25 a day, you can't go to daycare for that.
No, you can go, I mean, to take kid on pace is $1,600 a month.
Don't they pick the
What you
kids
say
up
there, Miss
early,
Linda?
like at 2 o'clock? They don't stay,
Two-
do they?
two-
It's
like
already passed.
250.
It's already passed. You can say whatever you
Yeah.
want to say. I mean, I just gotta take your vote. This was ready.
I'm old
They
school.
come, they pick them up
Huh?
at 3?
They just do 15 minutes before the other
Sure.
kids,
Alright,
and that's for
4-1.
traffic purposes, just so pre-K can pull up and get out of the way of the traffic. So
I
think
do
it's
wanna
like
look at some
15.
of that, except we're trying to, if it's gonna bring us money, doing a pre-K 3, but
Finish our-
it doesn't sound like very many
And
people.
and actually, that's only penalizing some people. I mean, that's really kind
Yeah.
Next up is personnel policy changes. We've got someone from personnel policy from.
So, a while back, Mr. Price asked us to just look through our personnel policies for classified and certified, just because they have not been updated in years, some of them. So, we updated certified already. This is the classified personnel policies. At the top, the yellow highlighted part tells you in each section what has been updated. Everything is just like wording changes, maybe a period. It's just really going through the policies to make them make sense. There was nothing changed in the policy. I think the only thing that might have changed was the very first page as the classified personnel policy committee. And that is now, we have to follow the LEARNS Act. And so we inserted that red sentence just so it follows the LEARNS Act. Everything else throughout the policy, you can see the yellow highlighted or the red. It's just to follow the policies that are already in place, basically. Or a change of wording.
All right, put this on
your sick leave rolls over and your personal leave, whatever you haven't used rolls into sick. It doesn't roll into personal, it rolls into sick, because you can only carry 2 personal days a year. And if you require them to use them, you're gonna be required, they're gonna take it because
Okay.
you're,
So any unused personal days convert, or,
roll to sick.
so you only get 2 a year?
Just 2 personal, but they get, classified gets 9.5 sick days a year, and certified gets 10.
But everybody just gets 2 personal days.
Everybody gets 2 personal.
So the most we're getting is 2 anyway. Yeah, I run
Yeah.
2 today.
What happens if somebody runs out of sick days and personal days?
They are docked
Yeah.
by their daily rate of pay.
Then
Or
what?
if
Leave
they
without
have a
pay?
really
Yeah, leave
nice
without pay must receive something.
friend that would donate
got
days to them, they
catastrophic
can
leave
donate,
fund,
but that
then you
friend's
have to
taking
have
money away from
control.
themselves.
Is that something we're looking at too? When we're looking at,
What?
or as we're doing this, the amount of leave people are taking, things like that, if it's excused or non-excused type thing.
I actually just keep people here, they actually get, if they keep so many sick, they get paid for the used to, I don't know if still do it.
What is it?
If you don't use so many sick days during the year.
Yeah, attendance bonus.
Yeah,
Nice.
You don't get that.
that way we got teachers in the classroom, not on the street.
Right. Well, I know that's more money we have to pay for a sub and everything else.
And this is just the AIDS policy, this isn't the whole policy.
This is part,
This is just a
these
piece
changes.
of the, yes, this is just the piece that got changes. And this is just for classified, not certified. We already brought certified to the table, a couple of months ago, I
I mean,
think.
I'm looking at this, and some of these things was last updated 20 years ago.
Yeah, and so that's why we sat down through, over the
2004.
past year, we've sat down and looked at all of the policies. And just to update wording and make sure that that's the policy that we're following currently. And so that's what we did with this. This is like on the one that said last revised May of 2008.
Yeah, I was just looking, one was last revised, it was January 2009.
Yeah. So we kind of just made sure that it was it was the actual policy that we were following.
Anybody have any questions on it?
Most things ain't out of that one there.
Okay, then I'm gonna set the motion.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve the personnel policy changes as listed.
That's what I made, I like to know we're gonna
I know, that's why I was worried about it. Who's gonna make this motion? Motion by Trish Carter, Lewis, need a second. Make her motion.
You made it too quick, I had too many questions.
I'll say,
Forrest Gump, I'm not a smart man.
Next.
Oh, nobody made a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I second
He seconded it.
Who made the motion? Oh, she did, oh, you second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, 5-0.
Okay. We've got some school choice and
In or out?
legal transfers. So, I've got one here that I'll let everybody take a look at. This is transfer.
In or out?
This is transfer, request transferring in.
This one's girl?
And this one here,
Is that the legal transfer board to board, or is that the school choice?
it's board to board transfer.
Still in the legal limits, I guess.
These are the rest of these are school choice. Some in, some out. This is what the transfer wants to enter right now.
Only one I see, one, so.
Did we, you said we didn't have any legal?
Huh?
We don't have any legal?
Yeah, one.
One.
Someone might make a motion for this one. Let's say name Make a motion to accept the transfer from Pamela School District, England School District.
No discipline problem.
It's in the,
Now, this is the thing.
If we can't say his name and stuff, should
No,
we go
you
into,
cannot.
can't go into?
No. I'm not sure that that student is, would be welcome back in his own district. Of course, they could not come out and just say that.
maybe it's better now, but, educate business, like just business. So we'll make a motion.
My only concern was the,
Need a motion to approve or deny? Huh?
Did it show where they're moving to England? Did it show that?
You may have an England address, and I think we checked that,
Yeah.
and it is Pablo School District address.
But it's an
It's
England.
really
It's in,
close.
it's in England, but when you check it on the Find My map, Find My Districts,
Actually, it's the Walton City School District, which converted to the all-time school district.
which is now Pablo.
Yeah, which is now Pine School District. Huh?
Tucker School District.
Sir?
Before that, it was Tucker
Yeah.
School District, after that, it was
All time.
Wright. I'm down.
It's Gethsemane, but to all of us, yes.
Yes.
You get a motion one way or the other?
sure, so what you think? My only thing is that part, that, like you said, we're not in the judgment business, we're in the education business. We figure it out on our own.
Huh?
They gonna figure it out.
Yeah. We got policies.
They got. Is that address Highway 31?
No name and address, it's just got a spot on it. No, I didn't run by Ferdinand's house.
That's
Yes,
31,
Yes.
that's 31.
Yeah, it's 31.
Yeah.
Just a few miles north of Moses Corner.
It's right down from Whitehead Farm.
This is current grade, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So it'd be going into the.
You make a motion to accept it?
Yeah, give it a chance.
Second by,
Everybody
motion by
need
Ms.
to
Stokes,
get out of
second.
change.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Childs, in favor say aye. Opposed, 5 votes. Let's see, where's the sheet to sign? Supposed to have a sheet where we all sign this money.
Do we not get a sheet for this?
They put it together.
Okay. Well,
I'll sit down and find it.
we'll have to get a sheet.
Alright.
I'll sit down and find it.
All right, let's see, next thing is personnel. And if you would, grab that state cybersecurity policy. We have to discuss that in
Well, we didn't vote on school choice, we didn't do the, we're gonna do the school choice.
Sure.
Someone make a motion to approve all, we can, anyway, approve all the school choice applications. Make a motion by Mr. Towdy, second. Second by Mr. Earl, all in favor say aye. Opposed, 5 votes. For person.
Lisa, Brian wasn't messing with my phone.
While we're signing, I'm gonna seek a motion.
You give Brian a hard time.
I'm seeking a motion to accept the rehire list as presented and in the executive session.
Need a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Trish Carter, Lisbon, second.
I'll say.
Second, Mr. Joe Adams, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, 5 votes.
I can't vote. You stole me.
Need a motion to adjourn? Or you gotta do
Okay,
that?
That's what we did. That's cybersecurity, that's what we did.
We gotta vote on that?
No, what, do we have to accept it?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we have to accept the cybersecurity.
So
I need a motion to accept the cybersecurity policy.
Motion by Mr. Evans, Mr. Second, Mr. Tyler, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, 5-0. So I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I make
Motion
it.
by Mr. Trish Carter,
second.
Second by Mr. Tyler, all in favor say aye. Opposed, 5-0.
Oh,
Have to bring
the, adjournment. We gotta accept something?
There were some 1 or 2 resignations, 3.
Someone make a motion, go back in session?
I make a
Motion
motion.
by
to go
Mr.
back
Trish
in
Carter, Lewis,
session.
I mean, second.
I guess.
Second by Mr. Tyler, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, 5-0. All right, we're back in. We gotta go back in there?
I don't think we need to now.
No.
All right.
Okay. I have resignation letters from Miss Judy Rude,
Oh, those are the ones we already talked about.
Yes.
They
Miss
have to be accepted.
Jennifer Mason, and Josh Anderson. And they're resigning in full, and I want to
Effective at the end of this year,
effective at the
right?
end of this year.
Do them all at once.
Yes, I also have resignation intent letters that said they were not returning from Miss Brenda Reed, Miss Kay Mahomes, Miss Lemetria Steps.
Want to make a motion to approve all these? They were on the
Motion.
initial sheet anyway. Motion by Mr. Lewis, need a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ty. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And I have,
Opposed, 4-0.
I have one more partial.
The first vote on that was 4-0-2 on that. The initial of the list, you didn't vote.
Okay.
She abstained from voting.
Okay. And I have
Okay, I'm just.
I have a partial resignation. Coach Brett Mount wants to resign his position as assistant basketball.
Oh, man.
All right. So we'll make a motion to approve Mr. Mount's resignation as assistant basketball coach.
Go for it.
Ms. Trish Carter, second. Second by Joey Adams, all in favor say aye. Opposed? You don't go there? 4-1.
That's my son right too.
Huh?
That's one of my kids too.
Oh,
That's all I got.
someone make a motion to adjourn again?
I will.
Ms. Lewis, your second. Aye again, all in favor say aye. Opposed, 5-0.